Hi, this is Nick. In this video, I will share some tricks on creating dynamic filters that allow you to switch between units and decimal places. These filters will let you display values in millions, thousands, or any specific decimal format you need. Step 1. Create 3 measures as you normally would. And in our example, we're going to use the word original as the naming convention for actual, budget, and variances. Step 2. We will create a new table using the formulas here. In this new table, we have a column of format option, which has 3 values: millions, thousands, and original values. Those are the 3 options we're going to use in the filter on the dashboard. Step 3. Let's create another table for decimal places. The generate series function will basically generate a list of numbers from 0 to 3 with an increment of 1. And that's the column we're going to use in the dashboard to select how many decimal places we want to see. The next step is just a quick checkup, as we don't need to do anything here. The 2 tables we just created, table 1 and table 2, should be disconnected from your original table, meaning that there are no lines connecting to each other. Now let's create 2 filters. First, we will use the format option column from table 1 to create it for dynamic units like thousands or millions. Then another filter for dynamic decimal places using the value column from table 2. And now we will have 2 filters. Please make sure that they're set to be single select, not multi-select, because we only want one option to be selected at a time. Step 8. We're going to create a measure called dynamic actual. This is the overall DAX formulas for it, but we're going to break them down and talk about each section at a time. First, let's create a variable called format option that uses the selected value function. What it does is that it reflects and returns whatever we selected in the filter. And then we're going to do the same thing and create another variable to return the value we selected from another filter for decimal places. And now we will create one more variable for the base value, which equals to the measure we created from step 1 for actual original. And then we will create another variable for multiplier using the switch function. What it does is that we want the base value to be divided by 1000 if thousands option is selected. And of course, the base value will be divided by 1 million for millions option, and the base value is divided by 1 if we want to show the original values. And then one more variable needs to be created for the adjusted value, which is the value we want to display on the dashboard, and it is just simply the base value divided by the multiplier. And then one more thing, we will let the entire measure to return this value using the round function, as this also takes care of the dynamic decimal places. So this is the whole thing for the measure. Please take your time to input it into PowerBi. And if you name the previous measures, tables, columns the same way that I do, then you don't need to change anything here for your data. And let's create a similar measure for the dynamic budget. The only thing that needs to be changed is the base value, which equals to the budget original we created from step 1. And the same thing goes to dynamic variances. So to summarize, we created 3 measures for the original values, and they're kind of like the heroes behind the scenes. And we also created 3 measures for dynamic values, as those are the ones that will be used in the dashboard. And then one more step before we set up the visual. Let's select the dynamic measures, go to Measure Tools, and then click on the $sign to change the format. But this step is optional if your values are not currencies. And then apply the comma to the values. And it's very important to set up the decimal places to be automatic. And then step 11, let's create the matrix. Put country on the rows, and then put those 3 dynamic measures on the values. And now you can play around with the dynamic units and decimal places. And also there's no problem to sort from largest to smallest or the other way around. And one more thing, if you want to set up the conditional formatting, please make sure you use the original values, not the dynamic values for the conditional formatting.